Hello friends and welcome into week 12 of the Banged Up Podcast. Lee here with the IDP show. Hope you all had a great Thanksgiving week so far and a great holiday weekend. We've got a pretty quick episode lined up as we've had 4 games that have been played through already. So let's jump right into it. We'll start off with IR updates. Joe Burrow, Bengals quarterback, is going to be out for the rest of the season with a torn ligament in his throwing wrist. He should return by the start of 2024. Saints wide receiver Michael Thomas is going to see some IR time with an undisclosed knee injury. He's going to be out a minimum of 4 games. Kyzir White, Arizona Cardinals linebacker, sounds like a torn bicep, thrown on injured reserve on Tuesday. Sounds like he's going to miss the rest of the season. Chargers linebacker Joey Bosa on IR with a foot injury, out a minimum of 4 games, but I'm not going to be surprised that he misses the rest of the season, given how the Chargers season is going so far. And lastly, Talanoa Hufanga, safety for the 49ers, got juked out of the shoes and tore his ACL. The return timeline is right around the start of the 2024 season. Out on offense, we're going to start off with Marquise Brown, wide receiver for the Cardinals. That shoulder injury just has continued to get worse. He didn't practice all week. He's going to miss. T. Higgins, wide receiver for the Cincinnati Bengals, still hasn't practiced with the hamstring injury. He could be taking a Justin Jefferson approach now without Joe Burrow and seemingly no hope to win the division in a contract year. Mark Andrews, Ravens tight end, sounds like an ankle fracture. He had surgery on Tuesday and is put on a roughly 8-week timeline. That outside chance that Harbaugh stated is very outside, but a chance nonetheless. And lastly, Dallas Goedert, Eagles tight end, still is trying to come back from that forearm. He was ruled out for Sunday, but reports do say he's healing quicker than initially expected. However, he's still going to be out the next few weeks. Over on defense, Minkah Fitzpatrick still can't get out there and practice with that hamstring issue. He's not going to be out there this week and potential to miss week 13 as well. And lastly, Taylor-Britt for the Bengals, dealing with a quad injury. He didn't practice all week, so expect him to miss multiple weeks there. The only doubtfuls coming on the defensive side of the ball, we've got Max Crosby, Raiders edge rusher, dealing with an undisclosed knee issue. He didn't practice all week, so prepare to be without Crosby this week and potential to miss next week as well. And lastly, Dexter Lawrence, Giants defensive tackle, dealing with a hamstring injury. Expect the same situation as he's got potential to miss next week as well. Looking at questionables, we'll start off with Foreman, Bears running back. Didn't practice to open the week with an ankle and shin injury, and then he finished off limited. I think with the dip in production we're going to see, coupled with the fact that he's playing on a Monday night, I'm going to find a different option for this week. Texans running back Dameon Pierce, coming off the ankle injury, got in a full practice all week. He's going to come back and should be ready to roll. Running back Rachaad White, dealing with a knee issue or some sort of re-aggravation during practice this week. He was limited on Friday. Right now it doesn't sound like there's anything that would prevent him from playing. However, depending on the severity of the re-aggravation, we could see a dip in snaps. I think he'll be out there, but pay attention to the reports early morning as he is an early game slate. Couple of wide receivers for the Ravens. Zay Flowers dealing with a hip issue. He was a full practice on Friday, so we should have Zay Flowers out there. And OBJ is going to try to play through an AC joint sprain. He had a full practice on Friday. We should see him, however, expect that same hit or miss style of game from OBJ. Noah Brown, Texans wide receiver, hasn't practiced all week with a knee injury. Don't expect him to be out there. Vikings wide receiver Justin Jefferson, I'm not convinced he's going to play this week. As he stated multiple times, he's not going to be out there unless he's 100%. He's only had a few limited sessions this week and he plays on Monday, so I'm not going to take the risk and expect him out there. Titans wide receiver Treylon Burks still hasn't practiced all week while he's in concussion protocol. He's not going to pass that. And lastly on offense, Vikings tight end TJ Hockenson dealing with a rib injury. Sounds like just more pain than injury. Limited sessions all week, should be available for Monday's game. Over on defense, Frankie Louvu, linebacker for the Panthers, is limited. He had a full practice on Thursday and then downgraded back to limited on Friday. I think we'll see him out there. Bengals linebacker Jermaine Pratt picked up an illness on Friday. The illnesses are unpredictable. He didn't practice on Friday, so pay attention to the reports come Sunday morning. Robert Spillane, Raiders linebacker, dealing with an ankle injury. Nothing to suggest right now that he's going to miss, barring anything this weekend. Pats linebacker Juwan Bentley still dealing with that hamstring injury that he's been playing through. He's coming off the bye last week. He should be playing through it again this week per usual. And lastly, Devin White, linebacker for the Bucs, is likely a true game time decision as he was absent in practice all week until he did finish out with a limited session. That limited session makes me think he's going to try to give it a go with the foot injury, but I'm worried about production as the foot injuries really limit explosion and speed. I would pay attention to the reports before a game to see if he's going to give it a go. And lastly, some good to go to end off. Kyren Williams, Rams running back, listed as a full participant all week this week and doesn't have an injury designation for Sunday's game. Even though the Rams haven't activated him from IR yet, he should be out there for week 12. That's all for this week. As always, if you're a Potter, go subscribe to the YouTube channel at The IDP Show. And if you are a tuber, go give the Substack a subscribe at theidpshow.com so you have all of the best information available to you at your fingertips wherever you're at or wherever you like your information to be. Twitter is a thing too, or X if that's what you prefer, at The IDP Show. I'm also over there at _LeazyDoesIt. I wish you all the best of luck this week, and I will see you right back here next week.